What the heck? I did not expect that. I did not expect that she can do this. Hey everybody, it's me, Rosalie. Welcome back to the Ultimate World Music Reaction channel. Make sure to subscribe, Rosalie Reacts, and on my RR Requests YouTube channel. Let's keep those platforms growing so I can keep sharing amazing videos with you. We can help promote artists, and I can watch these requests that you are submitting. Thank you so much for your support on Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. We are going to check out a band called Dark Side of the Moon and their song Jenny of Oldstones. Shout out today goes to Dan M. Thank you for your request on Buy Me a Coffee and for your patience. Let's dive straight in. I have no idea what to expect or where this group is from. So hold on. And it looks like the singer here is a lady named Melissa Bonney. Did I say that correctly? I'm looking at the comments here. It looks like these are two ladies. I don't know if this is a full band or just these two ladies. Jenny and Melissa, is that right? The Dark Side of the Moon, and they're covering Jenny of Oldstones. This is the official video.
High in the halls of the kings who are gone, Jenny would dance with her ghost, the ones she had lost and the ones she had found, and the ones who had loved her the most.
Beautiful voice.
The ones who'd been gone for so very long, she couldn't remember the names. They spun her.
Okay, I'm gonna start over. So, beautiful lady, by the way. This is the fascinating thing about listening to music from around the world, is that sometimes it's so easy to box people in and think, okay, if this person looks this way, they're going to sound this way, and this person will sound that way. And there's such a vast array of what music does and what people can create. This beautiful lady here has a beautiful voice, very soft, a beautiful timbre to her voice, a gentle, subtle vibrato. And now things just went way more rocky, and I like that. But she's just coming in with a lot of elegance. And yeah, when I haven't seen these videos before and I don't know what to expect, it's always interesting to see, where is this going to go? What emotion is it going to evoke in me? What are they communicating here? But it starts so soft. I love that medieval vibes, you know. It's just beautiful.
High in the halls of the kings who are gone, Jenny would dance with her ghost, the ones she had lost and the ones she had found, and the ones who had loved her the most.
I like that.
The ones who'd been gone for so very long, she couldn't remember the names. They spun her around on a devil's stone, spun away all her sorrow and pain, and she never wanted to leave. Never wanted to leave. Never wanted to leave. Never wanted to leave. They danced through the day and into the night, through the snow that swept through the world. The winter, the summer, and winter again, till the walls did crumble and fall.
No way. That is not the same person. What in the unicorn farts? Melissa Bonney is a Swiss singer. Born 93, Swiss heavy metal singer and songwriter. founder and vocalist of the symphonic metal band Ad Infinitum. What in the unicorn farts? This lady is beautiful, and what's interesting is she looks like she could be biracial, right? I mean, she's from what did I just say? I literally just said it. Swiss. She's from Switzerland, and this is why I love diversity, and this is why I shake my head at ignorance, because in certain places in the world, America being one of them, sometimes if you listen to the wrong side, or if you listen to certain voices, it would seem like it's all black and white, right? This constant fight. It's stupid. It's really, really stupid and very small minded. Not being from here originally, half Cuban, half German, born and raised in Germany, I was exposed to way more, even through my travels. And so I know that the world is much more colorful than the debates and the polarization that the media would like us to suck us into. So don't fall for that, right? That polarization and those games trying to divide us. It's all shizzle. But there's all this beauty around the world, right? This young lady, when I just looked at her, I didn't know she was Swiss, but she looked like she could be biracial, half African American, even, if you will, right? Or maybe a touch of Filipino in there, maybe something Native American, maybe a little bit of Latina, right? But from the female metal singers I've seen so far, she stood out to me because she had those features, and I thought that is so cool, right? You have this lady here who, if I just saw her, I may assume, oh, she sings soul and R&B, right? Because that's how our brains work, right? I mean, maybe not for you, but for many people, we see someone and we assume what they're going to sound like or what they do. And then we go, oh, snap, I had no idea, right? I mean, imagine a full bearded, hard rocker looking gentleman now opens his mouth and sings opera like nobody. You know what I mean? Like, we do box people, and we do have certain assumptions, oftentimes based on our experiences or what we see around us. So when I saw this beautiful lady, I thought, so cool to see that she is singing here and so beautifully and soft and now full on rock, right? She's into metal, whereas maybe some of us would have thought she's a soul or R&B singer because of her features. Turns out Homegirl is from Switzerland, which is also awesome, which just proves my point. You have people all around Europe, all around the world. You have light-skinned Africans and dark-skinned Europeans where it's like you cannot box it in. Stop playing these games. Stop feeding into division. Stop allowing them, whoever they are, to polarize us and make us believe it's us against the other. It's just stupid. But it's just so beautiful to see her and to see then that subtle, beautiful timbre. And then I think this was her that then starts screaming like a lion. What the heck? I did not expect that. I did not expect that she can do this. And all the other elements, even in the video, right? The caves, this beautiful fortress, this beautiful, these old walls, this fortress, the beautiful dresses, right? The contrast between the black and the white dress. I mean, just a lot of details that are very special. Let's go back a little bit.
They dance through the day and into the night. There's no man's way through the world. The winter to summer and winter again. Till the walls then crumble and fall.
That contrast between the white and the black dress and the both of the ladies, and then even the talent, the shredding on the e-guitar, just phenomenal. And the way the drummer goes, that is continually amazing to me. The musical skill level when it comes to rock and metal and exploring the metal world more and more. The level of skill, the shredding on the e-guitar, the perfection of rhythm, the rhythmic perfection of the drummer when it goes crazy like Hakuna Matata, like crazy. The song's called Jenny of Oldstone, the Game of Thrones cover. And I'm trying to find some lyrics or some meaning. What is the story behind it? In the fictional history of a song of ice and fire, Jenny of Oldstones was a peasant girl whom the prince, Duncan Targaryen, gave up his inheritance to marry. So the television version of the song is a folk ballad with influences of Celtic music. And that is so beautiful, even well done here in this music video. Those Celtic influences, the different instrumentation and that marriage between the folk instruments as well as the modern, right, the drums and the e-guitar. Jenny of Oldstones was the wife of Duncan Targaryen, the Prince of Dragonflies. Many songs written about her, including Jenny's song, which is the ghost of High Heart, which the ghost of High Heart always wanted to hear. Who wrote the song? Well, it looks here like lyricist was D.B. Weiss and David Benioff. I'm not sure if that's true. And they died, Jenny and the Prince of Duncan died in the dragon summoning related fire of Summerhall, the Targaryen castle. What else can we find about it? So this folk song, this idea of, let me see if I can find something of the lyrics. A peasant girl, as we mentioned. Looking at the lyrics, very poetic, very fitting. High in the halls of the kings, right? This idea of the Celtic and the Middle Ages and the medieval and this royalty. Jenny would dance with her ghosts, the ones she had lost and the ones she had found, right? Psychologically, I feel that's interesting because to me that's a reflection on the past and the future, the things we've lost in the past, the new things we have come across in our present and that carry into the future. Me interpreting that personally, that could present this idea of the things that we leave behind, right? Maybe a loved one or the hopes of what could have been, people that have gone, things we had wanted that are no longer ours, but also the new things we come across. Some of it still ghosts, all of it ghosts. Those that are lost, those that are found. A great contrast there, losing and finding things. The idea of a ghost being something that you can possibly see, but many can't. Something that you can see, others can't, right? So there's a level of loneliness sometimes because it's yours to deal with, but also something that you cannot tangibly grasp. So it's present, you feel it, others can't. Element of loneliness, an element of despair at times, because not only can ghosts inflict fear in some people, but there's also an element of despair because you cannot prove it to anybody, right? You can't tangibly measure it and say, look, there it is, there he is or her. The ones who had loved her the most, right? This idea, this reflection on the love that she had, right? This lover of hers, and the ones who'd been gone for very long, she couldn't remember their names. And it's interesting because Florence and the Machine also sing a song titled Jenny of Oldstone. She never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave. They danced through the day and into the night. And I hope I'm reading the correct lyrics that are also here in this rendition of The Dark Side of the Moon. Let me see here. I want to make sure I have the right ones, the right lyrics here. They spun her around on the damp of old stones, spun away all her sorrow and pain. Again, that contrast earlier, that which had been lost and found, here this idea of dancing but also spinning away sorrow and pain, right? This is also psychologically a great way to deal with stress and anxiety at times, to dance. We try to dance it away. Sometimes it's our way of not dealing with, and sometimes it is actually therapeutic to dance, to release, to work out, to get rid of all that pain and the stress. But there's this duality that I'm continuously seeing here in the lyrics. She never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave. They danced through the day and into the night. See, constantly that contrast through the snow that swept through the hall, from winter to summer, then winter again. Very cyclical, very just life, a resemblance thereof till the walls did crumble and fall. She never wanted to leave. Which is interesting because when we think of ghost stories, typically those are ghosts that don't want to leave, right? The stories go of that people haunting that home, right? Or somebody was killed or has died in a certain place and they can't leave for whatever reason. Many stories go where something has to be done for them to be set free into the afterlife. There are those who don't want to go. But the idea of something, of being a ghost, not wanting to leave, works well because that's kind of often a theme I feel when it comes to those type of stories, movies, and songs. But also interesting when we look at it emotionally, philosophically, if you will, to think that the things that we have a hard time letting go, the things that we carry with us that may not be visible to others, that we can't tangibly explain and grasp, they're very much a part of us. And we don't want to let it go. We may not want to let go certain ghosts of our past because we are so entangled with it. There's so much part of our identity. Or we, being the ghost, don't want to leave because that's our safe place. And it's hard to move on because of the love that there we shared or the sacrifices that were made to attain that love. There's just different poetic ways to interpret that for ourselves, of course. And then here, very poetic and interesting as it has been sung and interpreted in different ways by different people. And I thought that this was a beautiful rendition of this song, very fitting to the feeling, the vibe, even her with that white dress looking very ghost-like and pale. And this just, the musical skill and the vocal skill, phenomenal. I had no idea what to expect. I had a feeling it was something with rock, but you never know. So thank you for the suggestion. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next ride. Ayo!